Okay, episode 5. So today we're going to be talking about a fish that is pretty hard to keep, honestly. Probably the hardest fish that I've done so far on the series to keep, but no doubt one of the prettiest fish that I've done on the series. So, discus are a fish that I've actually only kept one before. I've actually only had one discus, like, ever. Understand that these fish are very, very sensitive to changes in the water, like the temperature, the pH, the ammonia, the nitrates, all that. The slightest little thing can really affect these fish, and that's why they're not beginner fish. So make sure you're very, very advanced and very knowledgeable when it comes to keeping fish, just because you have to be on top of your game when it comes to these fish. Now, something that I normally don't talk about in these videos is like the little things like the pH and the ammonia, sometimes the water temp, but that's something that's very, very important when it comes to discus. These guys typically like a lower pH, a more acidic pH. They like it from anywhere about 6.2 to about 7.0. These guys like the water very, very warm, like I'm talking about like upper 80s, like close to lower 90s. You definitely have to be on top of like how often you're doing water changes, because like I said, they are very, very sensitive to changes in the water. So keeping the water very, very clean is a necessity to these guys. As far as tank size, and these guys do better in groups. They are not very good when being kept alone or just like one or two. It's best to keep these guys in a group of 5 to 6 or even more than that. A general rule is about 1 discus to every 10 gallons. So let's say you have 5 discus, 50-gallon tank. As far as tank mates, these guys are cichless, but they are very, very peaceful. A lot of times they'll just kind of sit there and just a really, really slow moving fish. Now, there's not very many big fish that you can put with these guys besides like plecos, but one good fish that you can put with them is angelfish. They're also another pretty peaceful cichlid that gets about the same size and has some of the same characteristics as them. But other than that, it's best to keep these guys with smaller schooling fish, so stuff like cory cats, tetras, danios, stuff like that, because you definitely don't want these guys getting picked on. What do they eat? Well, a very good food for these guys is, of course, bloodworms, beef heart, brine shrimp, stuff along that nature, but you want to feed them really, really natural food, but definitely watch about how much you feed them as well. As far as the scape of the tank, now these guys like a lot of plants in the tank. 75-gallon tank with some Amazon soar, some tall cibulata plants, some valves, stuff like that. It's a really, really good tank. Well, you know, some driftwood in there. You want to make them feel as comfortable as possible, because that is a very, very similar scape to what they would be in the wild. Now, if you have everything right with these guys, they're going to do really, really good, and they are some of the most beautiful fish in the hobby. Keeping them in a group of about 5 to 6, about a 75-gallon tank, a lot of plants, some driftwood, some smaller schooling fish, stuff like that, and, you know, feed them really natural foods they'd be eating in the wild. These guys are going to do really good, but understand that these guys are not beginner fish. Make sure you are very, very experienced in keeping fish if you want to keep some of these guys. And if you are very experienced in keeping fish and stuff like that, then make sure you keep them in the right setup. But these guys are some amazing fish, and honestly, I'd love to keep some of these guys in the future. But that is going to be pretty much it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to drop a like on the video, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, please let me know any other fish species that you want me to do in this series. Next week, I'll probably be doing the Oscar. Now, I wasn't planning on doing these guys, but due to some of you guys' requests, I figured why not. Anyways, guys, with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.